Hello, sports fans. This is your boy, the Wine, here tonight to give you a recap on the Philadelphia Eagles. And after that, I will give you a recap of the first week of NFL. And then I will give you my top five teams for this week. Starting off, we're going to talk about my Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia played Atlanta Falcons, which was Monday Night Football. And unfortunately for my Eagles, we lost 26-24. A very disappointing loss. The first half we didn't look like a legitimate team. A team that a lot of people were predicting to have plenty of success this year. We didn't look good on offense or defense. So as far as it goes though, we had Sam Bradford, who went 36 of 52 for 336 yards and one touchdown and two interceptions. DeMarco Murray had two TDs, one rushing, one receiving. Ryan Matthews, one rushing TD. Walter Thurman and Kiko Alonso, both with one interception apiece. So, the new addition to the Eagles, they performed pretty well. But, we lost with a missed field goal by Cody Parkey, 44 yards. Overall, it proved to be a costly. We had a lot of costly penalties. It hurt us. Penalties. The way we started off, we was down 23 at halftime. We came back, took the lead for a few seconds. We had opportunities to come back and win the game. Overall, pretty mistakes. But hopefully, we can fix those problems. A lot of missed wide receivers had open catches they should have caught. So hopefully that we'll be ready for our first home game this week, which is against our arch rival, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, they're gonna be without Dez Bryant, but I get I get more into detail on that in a few minutes. But overall, the Eagles didn't look too good the first half. Like I said, they still got some things to work on. Hopefully that don't mean a horrible season for us. But that's how it rolls sometimes. So have to wait and see what Sunday brings. Because the Eagles is my franchise, my team. I've always been an Eagle fan since day one. I've been watching NFL. So anyway, now we're gonna get down to the scores and some of the highlights this past week. So we start off with a Thursday night game. We had the Pittsburgh Steelers against the New England Patriots. New England wins 28-21. The Green Bay Packers beat the Bears 31-23. The Carolina Panthers win at Jacksonville 20-9. Seattle Seahawks lose to overtime to newly acquired Nick Foles and the St. Louis Rams 34-31. It was the Broncos defeating the Ravens 19-13. Peyton Manning didn't have a touchdown in that game. It's Kansas City Chiefs 27-20 over the Texans. And the surprising New York Jets winning 31-10. Then you had Rex Ryan made his coaching debut at the Buffalo Bills as they defeat an upsetting the Indianapolis Colts 27-14. The Miami Dolphins defeat the Washington Redskins 17-10. Then we had the Arizona Cardinals defeating the New Orleans Saints 31-19. San Diego Chargers winning by 5 over Detroit Lions 33-28. In a battle of the two top first round draft picks, we had the Tennessee Titans with Marcus Mariota, the second pick overall, versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers and James Winston, the first pick overall, as Mariota gets the best of them, winning 42-14. Since then, the Bengals beats the Raiders 33-13. In a comeback from behind last-second victory, the Cowboys defeats the Giants 27-26. Like I said, the Falcons beat the Eagles 26-24. And the late game was the 49ers and the Vikings. 49ers dominated 20-3. Some of the highlights was Ben Roethlisberger had 26-38, 351 yards, one TD and one interception and lost. Williams had 21 carries for 127 yards. DeAngelo Williams, that is. Tom Brady threw for 25-32 for 280 yards, 4 TDs. Like I said, Rich Ryan wins his debut as the Bills coach. Johnny Manziel fills in as Josh McCown, who suffered a concussion. And Johnny Manziel will be the starter of next week's game. Aaron Rodgers throws for 189 yards, 3 TDs. Like I said, the Rams defeat the NFC champs in overtime. Nick Foles, newly acquired former Philadelphia Eagle Nick Foles, outdoing Washington Wilson in the Rams debut, going 18 for 27, 297 yards on TD. So, Mark Mariota, he finished 13 to 16 for 209 yards and 4 TDs, while James Winston finished 16 to 33 for 210 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions. Like I said, Dallas comes back with 7 seconds left to defeat the New York Giants. Dez Bryant gets hurt in the first quarter and is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Terrell Suggs is also out for the season, so he get hurt also. Sam Bradford had an X-ray during last night. So a lot of things going on first week of football. A lot of just surprising teams, a lot of teams disappointing. Who I thought was good. Dan Quinn, I gotta admit, he did a good job the first half against my Philadelphia Eagles. As the new head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So Julio Jones just showed Byron Maxwell, had a great first half, man. Shut Maxwell. Maxwell couldn't do nothing. You pay Maxwell all this money, and he didn't do his job. But maybe things will change. As this season progresses. We still got 15 more games left. Like I said, we got the Dallas Cowboys, 4:30 down there in Philadelphia. Hopefully that will change, and hopefully we'll bring a W for the Philadelphia Eagles. So as we go for my top 5 NFL teams for this week, got to go with the defending Super Bowl champs and my number 1 team in my top 5. Who I think is top 5. The Arizona Cardinals will be ranked number 2. As much as it hurts me to say this, I can't believe I'm saying this. I know a lot of Eagle fans, y'all saying, well, he an Eagle guy. But I said I ain't gonna be biased. I'm gonna call it like I see it. The Dallas Cowboys. That's right. As much as it kills me to say this, I had them at number 3 because of the way they came back and won that game. That was pretty impressive, despite not having your best receiver on the field. Gotta go with the Dallas Cowboys on that one. Hopefully that won't be my top 5 next week. As I said, they got the Philadelphia Eagles, but even though the Eagles lost, so if they would have won, I don't think I would have put them in my top 5 right now because they didn't really impress me or show me that they're ready to be an elite team. So we're not gonna go there. And I said I'm gonna keep it, on actual basis. I'm not gonna be biased. My number 4 team, of course, was San Francisco 49ers. Many people thought how they wouldn't fare so well. They pretty impressive 23 victory over Minnesota with a new head coach. So, and the number 5 team, also with a new head coach, Rex Ryan's Buffalo Bills. Why the Buffalo Bills? Because they turned around and beat a team who went to the AFC Championship game last year, who some people predict to win it all this year or even go to the Super Bowl this year, to win the AFC at least. And now they're not even in first place in the division. Tennessee Titans are. So, Buffalo, that was a pretty impressive win for Rex Ryan and the company. Sometime this year we have them on our schedule. Shady McCoy plays us, so, see how that fares. Like I said, DeMarco Murray, them getting ready to play the Dallas Cowboys this week, but we're at home, so, Murray also has had a receiving touchdown, which is only the second time in his history that he's done that in his career. For the second time, he got a TD rushing and receiving touchdown. Darren Sproles, still the man, Nick Foles and Sam Bradford did impress me, though. That interception, like I said, wasn't his fault at the end. Jordan Matthews should have caught the ball, Miles Austin, he dropped one, which probably would have been a touchdown, So, my Eagles, I still got faith in you. I'm not giving hope. I still believe in you, and I still believe we still got time to get the season going in the right direction. They just one loss. Some other top teams lost. Some people had the Eagles and the Ravens to be in the Super Bowl this year, and both of them start off 0-1. So Hey, some people even had Pittsburgh on Super Bowl and they start off 1-1. So, it's just the beginning of the season, so anything can fair. Some of the key matches I'm looking forward to seeing this week. I ain't gonna give you a rundown of the schedule. I'm gonna give you some of the key matchups that I see this week. The Chiefs and Broncos should be a pretty good Thursday night game. Looking forward to seeing that one. Also looking forward to seeing the Packers and Seahawks, which should be a pretty interesting game as well. And the Eagles and Cowboys. I'm always into that game. Hopefully that when I give my review next week, that I'll be more enthusiastic as I can say that we won against the Dallas Cowboys. But until then, I'll be back next Sunday or Monday to give my college review, Florida Gators. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Florida Gator guy. Give my review on the Florida Gators and the top 25 as well as my top 5 teams in college football for that week. Then I'll be back Tuesday night to give another review for week 2 of the NFL and the Philadelphia Eagles review. So, once again, I am the Blawine, and I still bleed that Philadelphia green. And I would like to say peace, and I'm out. Go Eagles. Beat them Cowboys. Peace.